Welcome back, everyone. This is episode 247 for the 21st of April, 2024. My name's Sloan Kelly.
My name's Jody Kelly.
And I watched Rebel Moonseed Part 2, so you don't have to.
It's okay. I've watched 5-10 minutes of it.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about it later on.
Yeah, we will, because I watched another thing about it. So, yeah, let's have a good conversation about it.
I'm not saying it ruined my week.
I don't think I need to see it because I've seen enough of it. But anyways, we'll discuss it.
Okay.
and I do that mean by seeing the first part.
Aye. So how you doing? It's been a week.
Yeah, it's been good.
You back? You reacclimatized yourself to the weather? You get your weather
back? Yes, I have. All back and all that. It's all good. And
everybody's been saying that it's really wet in Scotland, and I'm like, it's April.
It's Scotland. It's April.
It's Deal April in Scotland.
Deal with it. Yeah. I've got bigger fish to fry. I've got ants.
Oh, have you? In your pants or?
Ants in my pants, yeah.
Okay. Do the safety dance.
Doing the safety dance, right? Praise be the Space King.
Yeah. Actually he's a regent.
Is that a Rebel Moon reference?
I think so, yeah. There's a couple of kings mentioned in it.
Okay.
We'll get to I have a review. I have some notes. But yeah. My week was fairly uneventful.
Let's move on then. I will look at it. There was a lot of precipitation.
So I start. So anyway, you just go boring.
Were you ripping yarns? Deep cut.
That's
there?
Right. Yeah.
Michael Palin.
So it's a cartoon by Flash Gets that parodies Warhammer. If you haven't watched it, you must love it. Okay.
Wow.
I'll check it out. It does sound good.
Yeah.
I like this. There was some short videos that somebody had done, and it was Adeptus Astaris or Astaris Adeptus or whatever. I can't remember which way around it is. And it's like Space Marine short story. It was really good.
Anyway, some of those fan things are good, man. A lot of good stuff.
A lot of many hours spent in it. Let's talk tea. Here we go. Let's see if this works or not. Let me share my screen.
Technology.
No, I don't want that. I want this one. I want the window, and I want this one here. So, David Zaslav, his compensation rose 26.5% to nearly 50 million.
That's
or
disgusting.
if you want that in Batgirl movies, it's 55% of a Batgirl movie.
Yeah, unmade Batgirl movies, you mean?
Unmade Batgirl movies. Why can't we release the Batgirl movie?
Yeah. Release the there should be a petition, really. Can't be that bad, surely. I mean, they've released worse.
But they haven't released the Scooby-Doo movie. They haven't released that one. They haven't released the Roadrunner movie, which was it looked like a courtroom drama and it looked kind of fun. They just keep doing that. Anyways, he's got the weirdest smile.
Is that him smiling?
That's a man who does not smile.
Looks like he's holding a fart.
That's like, Dave, give us a smile. And he's like,
holding a fart at a wedding.
Yeah, it's like Wednesday Addams trying to smile.
Yeah.
In Addams Family Values.
Yeah.
So he's got 50 million.
That's the first time I've ever seen a picture of him. Actually, I've never seen a picture of him.
Is it?
I didn't imagine him to look like that. To be honest with you, he looks a bit like Stephen King.
I can see that. Yeah, a little bit. Stephen King's dad.
Aye, if he'd kind of more protruding two front teeth, like kind of. Can't quite do it, but you know what I mean.
I think Stephen King's got
goofy too. He's got goofy too.
Bit of an overbite.
Aye, but he's got two goofy front teeth. We're talking dental issues here.
Scottish people talking about dental issues.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's got kind of two goofy front teeth, doesn't he? Stephen King.
Mm-hmm.
Great writer, though.
Yep. Doesn't he like his teeth getting away with a good story?
It does not. No, you're right.
So anyway, this is Warner Brothers Discovery's David Zaslav, who's given himself. I mean, let's face it, he's in charge of the board. He's the one that signs it off. A wee bit of a pay rise, up to 50 million compensation for
pat in the back there for himself.
We pat in the back. Yeah.
Well done, Dave. Well done, me.
Yeah. Base salary of 3 million.
Good for me.
I think I should get both parachutes.
I mean, a good boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
50 million, man. What's he going to do with it? Just give it away to charity, probably.
Aye, sure, yeah.
Or
so what's
the compensation for?
So his salary is 3 million.
Right. 3
stock value, 3 million. So he gets 3 million take-home pay. His stock awards are valued at 23.1 million. He gets a cash bonus of 22 million, which is 7 times his actual salary.
How can that be?
Who gets a cash bonus of 7 times their actual salary?
The only people that are paid that way are footballers, where their salary is less than their sponsorship deals.
Yeah,
that's the only. So is he sponsored by Nike or something? What is it?
I think so. Yeah, Puma.
Puma.
Yeah. And he get 1.6 million in other compensation, including 705,000 for personal security services and 767,000 for his personal use of the company's private jet.
All right, I can see that.
So in other words, these guys they always go to Jackson Hole. That's where they always go, and I'm assuming that's where the private jet went to, is Tahiti and Jackson Hole.
That's the place to
look
go.
At that. There's a man earning 50 million. You think he'd be a wee bit happier?
Yeah, good old Dave.
Yeah. Also, I love the fact that they're a publicly traded company and they have to put this stuff out there. You can't keep it hidden, which is quite nice. So yeah, there you go.
I forget. Has he been doing a good job at Warner's?
No.
No.
I mean,
really.
He's cancelled a lot of projects after they've been filmed. I wouldn't say that was good, but I guess that he keeps the shareholders happy. That's why he's getting the big payments for them.
He clearly thinks he's doing a good job.
He does, yeah. He's giving himself an attaboy.
Giving himself a good appraisal. So where do you think, David, I'll be in 5 years' time?
Sitting on a beach,
David,
20%.
Well, David, I think I'll give myself compensation of £100 million in 5 years.
David, I think you're doing a great job. The only thing the only thing I can think of is just maybe make your smile not as creepy. That's the only thing. Other than that, you're just wonderful. And then he says this, thanks, David.
Exactly.
That's what.
If I've got any negative features about myself, it's that I'm too generous to myself. I would say that's my negative feature.
His self-review consisted of, if I was chocolate, I would eat myself.
Yeah, along with Mariah Carey.
That's right.
She's the same.
Is she?
Yeah, I think so.
Diva, though. So, in other bad news bears, Disney is reportedly wanting to bring always-on channels to Disney Plus. So you know your Pluto TVs?
No.
Okay. So Pluto TV, they've got always-on television. So you go, it's free. It's got adverts on it. But what you do is it says it's going to be, something's going to be on, like Mystery Science Theater is going to have a movie on at 9 o'clock till 11 o'clock. And you tune in as if it's broadcast television. So essentially, they're reconnecting the cord. It's just a different delivery mechanism for cable television.
Aye, yeah. Well, that's exactly what we were talking about before, isn't it? That they're basically they're just pretending it's not cable, but it is. Yeah. Really,
Yeah. We've been talking about this for a while on the show. But this is.
Yeah, because they're bringing in adverts. Disney haven't brought in adverts yet. But that'll happen as well, It's just going to be the same.
Haven't they?
Have they not? Have they? What?
I thought the lowest tier. Let me see.
No, I'm still in it. Oh, unless they've bumped me
tiers.
up to.
Yeah, $4.99 a month. That sounds like you get adverts. Oh, please don't go. No, it's going to go into there. Damn it.
All right. Okay. Maybe I'm paying the extra then.
Tier list.
I think they must have upped that and not told me then.
Disney Plus originals. No, that's not the right one. I'm sure it has gone that way.
Do you know, I was looking through Disney, thought that yesterday, just looking for something to watch. Well, obviously looking for something to watch. And I was thinking, Disney's probably the worst one out of the lot, really.
Mm-hmm.
The one that I could probably easily get rid of, just
Disney,
like we were talking about, jump in for the shows that we want to see and then drop back out again once I've watched them.
There you go.
I know they're trying to clamp down on that as well, but
Disney Plus standard with ads.
Right. Okay.
$4.99.
Mm-hmm. I believe.
And then there's the standard one. Yeah, that's got no ads. So
yeah.
I mean, it seems inevitable at this point is that this is where they want us to be. Is your TV has apps on it, and that's your channels, and then you go onto those, and then you just get prescribed television. The problem is we've mentioned this as well, and we talked about this last week with Fallout. Is why did Prime dump Fallout in a oneer? Why didn't they do the weekly one?
Yeah, I know.
It really would have benefited, I think, from the weekly one.
Selfishly, I'm glad they did, but the water cooler moment is not there for it now.
Yeah,
so people talking about it, and the same as Three Body Problem. People would be discussing that and talking about each episode, weekly. But Netflix, obviously, that's a policy to dump the whole lot. But yeah, man, that was a lot of stuff you could discuss that I don't think we really have in this show. But I mean, we could have done a kind of watch along or a discussion at least about this.
Yeah, exactly, a discussion show at the end
if
of
we
it.
Could be bothered, but we can't be bothered.
But I mean, it plays havoc with channels like Screen Crush, Heavy Spoilers, and New Rockstars. That's their bread and butter is the weekly episode, and then they talk about this, Easter eggs and all that kind of stuff. And those are great shows. Those are the companion shows that you don't get now. Like you used to get, Big Brother's Little Brother and those kind of companion shows. Those are the companion shows almost.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, Stranger Things, when the last season of Stranger Things, when they dumped that in two halves, remember? And the second half, in fact, the season 4 was in two halves, wasn't it? And then they've,
I think so, yeah.
Aye, and then they've obviously the final seasons, has been coming out. They've been teasing that for a while.
Yeah,
but that was quite good the way they did that. I think, they teased us with that
because it was a tricky. It was a good trick on their part because it split months. So if you subscribe to Netflix, you had to wait to the next month.
Aye.
So it meant that you kept the subscription up. I don't know. I think some shows really do lend themselves to like every week. Like The Boys is a good episode. Is a good every week.
Prime Prime normally do drop weekly, so don't they? They don't drop the whole lot, do they?
Yeah.
They drop two episodes and then
Yeah, Disney Plus tends to do that as well. They'll drop the first 2 or 3 episodes as a sort of like, oh, here you go type thing. But when I see streamers that normally do the once a week one, I think to myself that they don't have any confidence in that show, so they just dump it.
Yeah,
and I think that's really we don't actually have it in here, but I think I posted up on Facebook. Fallout is getting a season 2.
Yes, it is.
Because I think it's like 80-90% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's like same again on IMDb as well.
Yeah, and for the fact that they did dump it all, everybody is talking about Fallout. To be fair,
it's true. They're
talking about it. Andrew makes a good point here. By the way, Amazon Prime is not just there's loads of benefits with having Prime. It's not just the streaming service. You've got the delivery service. You've got a sort of audio book.
There's the Audible as well. But that's separate to that. But there are a lot of things like Kindle as well.
Kindle, sorry, not Audible. Kindle. If you have a subscription to Kindle, you get a whole load of extras as well. Yeah.
Yeah. But, that's right, Andy. That's a good point, actually, because the WWF is coming, or WWE's coming to Netflix.
Oh, is it? Right. Is that what the reference is there?
For the wrestling.
Yeah. James P. Better for the consumer to have all the episodes to watch.
Yeah,
in a selfish way. Yeah, definitely.
It is. I mean, it was good because we watched all of Fallout last week when it came out, and you could have blasted it when it came out on the whatever day it was. You could have blasted it that day as well.
Yeah. But I do definitely think that by doing that, they're all boom, and they're gone. We're on to the next thing, and nobody talks about it.
That's the thing, is that it's
so the hype isn't there.
Yeah, the hype isn't there, and also I don't think the weird thing is they do it because they get people in the door, and then people watch it, they go consume it, and then it's done. But it's a kind of short-sighted thing, because if you think about it from a shareholder point of view, you want to keep those people watching. So you should be encouraging people to watch weekly rather than watching it all in a one or binge the weekend.
Yeah.
I did it with three body. I'm giving a suggestion, but I did it with Three Body Problem. Like I watched. I spent a Saturday and I watched the whole thing, and then afterwards I cried because there was no more episodes to watch.
You watched that on a Saturday? Bloody hell!
Yeah, I know. It's like
did you leave your bed?
I was watching it on TV. Well, that's the thing, is nobody was in. Sam was working a shift, so it was just me in the house by myself on a Saturday. I'm like, well, what am I going to do? And it was Three Body Problem. I forgot that came out.
Just blasted it, yeah.
And just blasted it in one day. Then I went, oh.
What now?
Now I've got nothing to watch. Exactly.
Now you've got absolutely nothing. Yeah.
Now I get hee-haw. Well, I still have Shogun, but again, I can't watch that because that's Anime and I were watching that together.
Yeah. Still to get back to Shogun as well. Yeah. Anyway,
moving along. Sort of good news for Seth MacFarlane fans. It says gives exciting update on Family Guy movie. Apparently, they've been trying to make the Family Guy movie for 15 years, and it hasn't happened. But he's feeling good about it. That's the exciting update.
Okay, I hope it's not going to be. Remember. Sorry, carry on.
No, I was just going to say, he says, I have known what that movie would be for the past 15 years, and I just haven't had the time to get to it, but I do know what it will be. So there's a couple of specials coming out on Hulu, which I guess will come out on Star for us. But they're coming out later on in the year, around Halloween time. So looking forward to them. Family Guy's still funny.
Yeah, it is good, but I just hope that it is going to be a proper movie. Remember the Simpsons movie get teased and teased and teased, and then when it came out, it was just an elongated Simpsons episode, I thought. And they even take the mickey out themselves for saying that. Really.
Yeah, but it was still a good movie, though.
It was a good movie, but it wasn't like
I
want to see something worthy of.
It was no Shrek.
I want to see something worthy of being in the cinema on a big screen,
Yeah.
Don't know.
It's not like Family Guy can't do the rude jokes, because they do the rude jokes, and they don't get blotted out on Disney Plus as well. So it's not like they can't drop the F-bomb or something on there, because they do it anyway.
Yeah. So. No, I do love Family Guy. I don't watch it all the time, but when I do, it's like South Park as well. I'll dip in and
I dip in more to South Park than I watch Family Guy, but I dip into South Park. Actually, I really like American Dad as well.
I can't get into that. I've never really got into that. Aye. Never get into it.
Fun. Raider Dave.
Nah.
Anyway, the Beatles. So there's this popular beat combo band from Liverpool. Still going strong. Young four-piece. Feeling good about these guys. I think they'll get it.
Top of the hit parade.
Looking ever like the middle-aged rockers that they are, but they're actually only 29 in that picture.
And two of them are dead as well.
And two of them are dead.
And they look well for it in that picture, I can tell you.
Yeah. So Peter Jackson has sprinkled his little Weta pixie dust on the movie and rejigged it.
High definitionified it.
High definition of 4K'd it and all that kind of stuff, and ran it through the same process that they did for what was the single they had out recently?
Bring it back to front, forward, then and now and then.
Here and now?
No, now and then.
I can't remember it. Anyway, it's in Argyle.
We're waiting copyright issues.
I know.
You singing
it's
that?
So pitch perfect. But yeah, they're doing the same thing where they've sort of taken it apart, remixed the audio for the movie, and they're re-releasing it on Disney Plus. So
Peter Jackson must just have a button that he can press to make that happen now, surely.
A make it happen button. Yeah.
Yeah. HDification button. I'm going to HDificate it.
I think do not have to take the original film and then painstakingly do all the frames and all that kind of stuff. It's not quite as easy as that. I think AI can help. Whoa.
HDificate it.
Anyway, so it's coming to Disney Plus on May 8th. There you go.
Yeah. Looking forward to it, actually. I've got a dodgy bootleg copy of it that I got in some records. One of these record, not a record store, but a record fair. Back in the day, and I think I watched it a couple of times, maybe.
What was that magazine you used to subscribe to, where it was like you would get these? It was just lists. It was Record Collector, yeah. And I used to read it, and then I would get it afterwards, and I would find all the Sisters of Mercy bootlegs that came out. And I was like, oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah. So it'd be nice having it. It's never. I think because it's had such a negative slant to the Beatles ending, the way they ended, and they're all falling out and bickering. It's a kind of negative sort of version. That's why when they brought out the new version, it showed the more kind of they weren't always arguing and stuff, and it was more upbeat.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see this and how it's different to the other one.
In other news, I'm going to manage my privacy here. Where's my reject all button? There we go. Reject all. I said reject all. Another headline. It's happening after 39 years. Back to the Future is being rebooted.
This is interesting.
Now we all know this is garbage because Robert Zemeckis has said "Over my dead body," and Bob Gale has also said "Over my dead body." So how can it possibly be rebooted? Yeah, they've said that that's not happening. They're not going to reboot Back to the Future. How's it happening then? Well, turns out that J.J. Abrams is doing a spiritual successor. And he's going to do like a Super 8 type thing with it.
All right, okay.
So it's going to be a time travel thing, but it's going to be J.J. Abrams doing his Super 8 stuff.
Okay, so that might be all right. He's probably a good choice. But then I've said that in the past.
Yeah. You know who they should get to play? Do you know who they should get to play the George if they're going to do that? Is the guy that plays the dad in Super 8 and also plays the FBI agent in Wolf of Wall Street. You should get him in because I think he's really good.
As George?
Aye, I think he'd be good as George.
George McFly? He's too old.
Yeah. It's not a reboot anyway. It'll be Bob McGale or something.
All right, so it's not like Back to the Future. Have you seen the deep fake things? And it's Tom Holland and Robert Downey Jr. cast.
Oh, I have, yeah.
Mm-hmm. They're really good. I think Tom Holland's too old now for it. I don't know which Michael J. Fox was there. But
I mean, Michael J. Fox was in his 30s, wasn't he, when he did this?
He never was he?
I'm pretty sure he was.
Was he?
Yeah. Or he's late 20s anyway.
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah. From Giant Freaking Robot would suggest that producer and director J.J. Abrams is gearing up to put his own spin on the beloved franchise. While it won't be a direct remake, Abrams is planning a homage to the spirit of Back to the Future, much like his approach to Super 8 and Spielberg's E.T. the Extraterrestrial, the report shares. Details surrounding the project are scarce, but Abrams aims to craft a narrative that captures the essence of the original while infusing it with his own creative vision. The last time I heard a director saying that he was talking about Rebel Moon.
I was going to say, just replace J.J. Abrams with Zack Snyder there, and you've got Rebel Moon. Yeah, and then you've got a Recipe for Disaster. Okay, now I'm not so excited.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that's why I brought it up, because I thought, this is going to go.
That's a shame, because unless it's going to be the Back to the Future the musical.
Well,
but why don't? Maybe. I'm still holding out for a Holy Grail, the musical, made into a movie, and Young Frankenstein.
Oh, Spamalot.
Oh
yeah, Young Frankenstein would be good as well.
They were made into musicals.
Gene Wilder.
And
were they? Right.
Yeah, they were. But we've not seen them as movies. We did get the producers though. We've got the producers.
True.
The musical version.
Yeah.
As a movie, which was great.
Yeah. And it was Matthew Broderick and
Will Ferrell.
What was his name? Lane.
And Nathan Lane.
Will Ferrell. Yeah, Nathan Lane was in it as well.
Lane. Yeah.
He was Zero Mostel's producer. Bialystok. Bialystok and Bloom.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
really good.
If you haven't seen the original film, the producers, immediately, not now, after the podcast, go and rent it. It's fantastic, the original one. So this is the dude from this is player 456 from Squid Games as a Jedi Master.
Yeah.
There you go. I just wanted to show you a picture, because that's all the article's got. It's just a picture of it.
Do you think every time I see a picture of this Acolyte, it looks like cosplay? Looks like every pictures from a Comic-Con. Yeah.
I went back and I rewatched the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
The more I watch it, the less impressed I am.
No, I don't know.
I don't know about this.
It just feels as if it's a fan-made. It looks like a fan-made movie or something. Just something about it doesn't sit with me.
Do you know what the trailer looks like? The trailer looks like, those. What's the YouTube channel that makes all those fake trailers?
Screen
Culture. No, not Screen Culture. Screen Culture, I think it is. Anyway, and they just take all the bits from different movies and they slap them together.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. Yeah, because the Trinity thing really narcs me. I don't know. I don't like it.
It's as if it's Trinity in Star Wars.
Aye. Yeah. Because it's like she's gone to the Star Wars world or something.
Nobody's calling her Carrie-Anne Moss in it. They're all saying, when Trinity does this.
Trinity. Yeah.
It's a bit confusing.
Yeah.
But, although I think she might be pretty good in it, but we'll see. It's only 50 days away, something like that. Less than 50 days away now. I think.
Is it much as well, yeah, I guess it's 20 days into June, isn't it? It's like June 18th. Yeah.
It's not long. Out. Not long, so we'll find out. They'll probably drop up 2 episodes, and then we'll see. I do think though the smile from my face is going to just drop. Half 10 minutes in, maybe. I don't know.
I don't like the Jedi. I know it's Jedi's. I know this is the fantasy part of Star Wars. I get that, but I'm really worried about the whole temple thing. It's like I feel like we're just going to be back in Coruscant and a desert planet, and it's be like, can you guys not find somewhere else to go? It's a big galaxy out there.
I think they're going to do it a different slant, because it's from the point of view of the Sith, I think, isn't it? This, or maybe not. They're going to be more kind of prevalent in it, I think.
Yeah. Even though there's only 2 of them.
We'll see. I think they're going to burst that open.
Oh, are they? Goody.
And then they'll make another movie to explain why they did that.
Yeah. a movie that's been in development hell because they haven't done any writers. The Space so this is Space Mountain for those of you who don't know what Space Mountain is. And for all of you that want a reference, it's beside the Tron ride in Magic Kingdom. There's going to be a movie of this. Okay. Why? Like because the Pirates of the Caribbean thing worked. Tomorrowland, which is where Space Mountain is, did not work. I had really huge hopes for that.
Well, Tomorrowland, I thought that was it. You know,
because it had Brit, what's her face in it? She's really good in it, and she's good in everything else. And I was like, it just didn't work. The story, I
don't know. I'm not sure. I certainly, do you know? I feel as if Disney. I don't know who their creative department are, but I feel as if they're like just pumping these things out. Like, we've got a theme park. Oh, let's do that, and then they get a really crap writer. And I'm like, right, we've got a title, guys. We've got a title. It's called Space Mountain.
So, it's from Josh Applebaum and Andre Nemec, who previously worked on Cowboy Bebop, which of course was slated.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
although to be fair, they were working with original,
yeah, that's true. This is original material stuff. So, there's no release date, obviously, because they haven't written it yet.
I think Cowboy Bebop, you either love it or you hate it. So it's one of those ones.
Yeah. I like the ride, but I don't know about the movie. Unless, of course, they do a complete Pirates of the Caribbean. Do you know what they should do? They should do a Battle Beyond the Stars.
Yeah.
just do that. Just remake that.
Rebel Moon. Well, we said that, didn't we? We said it was more like remake a Battle Beyond the Stars rather than...
If this is a boxing match, Rebel Moon would be like this, and we're just on the ropes.
Yeah. See this ride. What is it?
It's a roller coaster.
All right, you don't slide from the top of the roof down. Oh.
No. It's all in. That's just the ride building.
So it's a roller coaster inside.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. It's a good roller coaster.
Right.
You're kind of in like in a bobsled formation. You're not like side by side. You're in a bobsled formation. So there's like two people in front of you.
Right.
It's good.
And is it like outer space, as if you're flying through space or something?
No, it's completely dark. That's the worst thing as well. It's completely dark. There's maybe like the odd kind of planet that appears, and then like some stars, and that's about it. But it's mostly dark.
Oh, I don't like that. That's probably why I never went on it.
Oh, there you go. I did this because I was like, oh, really? So, do you remember Facebook had a cryptocurrency called Diem? DIEM? No, exactly. You wouldn't have, because you're human and nobody paid attention to it whatsoever.
DIEM.
Diem, like per diem.
Per diem.
Like per diem, but just take the word per out of there and just have diem.
Right, okay.
So it flopped, didn't work. So they pivoted to the Metaverse, changed the company name to Meta.
Yep.
Didn't work. Nobody took it on, and now they're pivoting to AI. Guess what's going to happen?
That's going to be their
that's going to be the next thing. Yeah, and so it's not going to. It's a thing that's not going to happen. So it's just another company pivoting to AI.
Do you know? I think Mark Zuckerberg was rubbing his wee hands together when COVID happened, and he was like, "This is going to be life now, guys. We're going to be living in virtual reality. Nobody will want to go back to real life. I'm all in this metaverse. Blah blah.
All the coins go like that. Yeah,
here we go. And obviously we all went back to normal, and he's left with this baby that he's trying to flog to everybody now.
Yeah, essentially.
Nobody's interested in a cartoon character of yourself discussing serious facts.
The thing, see all this stuff where it's you can have virtual meeting rooms. We have them. It's called Zoom or Microsoft Teams. I get to see real people.
Aye, but it's using the what do you call it, Oculus
the
thing,
Oculus.
you know.
Aye. So now I've got to buy another £600 bit of kit to go in my £2,000 PC.
Yeah, nah.
No,
it's not £6,000.
No thanks. No, it's £600, isn't it? No, it's £300 for a £2,000 PC.
Aye.
I had to buy another peripheral to do it, and it's like it's a non-starter.
It didn't work for him.
No, it did not work for him. Do you want to have a look at a couple of trailers?
Yes,
a couple of trailers.
Let's do it.
Big Sloan flexes. Andy, I'm running what is this? A ThinkPad 480 or something. It's a 10-year-old PC I'm running this on.
Yeah. And Amstrad.
I do not have a £2,000 PC rig. I swear. I tried to run Diablo 4. I thought, I'll play Diablo 4. That'll be good. And it said, check your hardware. Xbox wouldn't let me download it on the PC. And I was like, oh, okay. Because my PC
problems.
Because it's an old i5. Anyway, it's a great wee machine.
I've got quite a good one. Does anybody want to know?
What have you got?
I've got a, I don't know what
this Acer, is. Something.
I think it's an Acer. It's a Nitro 5, and it's got GeForce GTX graphic chip card thing.
Is it a 3000 series?
I don't know. And it was quite fast. Quite fast.
Careful.
And sell steaks. Yeah.
That'll be his next one.
Yeah.
Maybe he should sell cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Little IT joke there for you. Anyway, let's skip to Clarkson for just now. So this is
the
Clarkson
series,
season 3. So he's been told he can't have his restaurant cease and desist order. So he's had to just shut it down.
Oh, the one that he made in season 2?
Yeah.
Right.
So he's making Caleb the farm manager, and then he's going to do other land things, and they're going to have a competition to see how much money one makes over the other.
Oh, God.
So that's the setup.
Okay.
So Clarkson is using a Hoover here to pick brambles. That's his. And he decides to get pigs as well.
Oh man, what the hell is that? No!
Sorry, everyone.
Good Lord.
They grow mushrooms, and the funguses get out of hand.
All right.
And so there's spores in the air, which is not good.
There is. Giles?
Yeah, Giles. There's a wee bit of a sad bit here, actually. That's one of the piglets didn't make it.
If the last 2 seasons have got anything to go by, this will be brilliant, you know?
Yeah. Really good.
If Caleb were to get a license to grow a certain product, he's on for a huge W.
Win. Right. Huge win. Right. And then this is the movie that you were talking about last week. I thought we'd do the trailer for it, which is Trap.
Oh, yes, the trailer just came out. Yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan.
I don't think the trailer came out until this week.
So I don't recognize this guy. Who is he? Is he not a new guy, but is he
this guy?
Is he famous for something? Yeah, I don't know who he is.
He has Josh.
Allen from the Buffalo Bills.
He was in 30 Days a Night, and he was in Penny Dreadful.
Was he in anything I would know?
He's not been in any Adam Sandler movies, no.
Oh, right. Okay, well, I'm not going to know him then. How am I going to know him then if he's not been in an Adam Sandler movie?
Wait a second. I'll tell you who he is. God, I know his name fine, isn't it? So bad. I'm trying to keep my phone away from the thing so it doesn't do that.
Anyway, so I've got the sound down here just in case we got a copyright hit, but the guy says that they're looking for a serial killer, and he's here, and so what they've done is they've set up a trap around the perimeter, and he's panicking now because turns out, spoilers for the next 2 seconds of this advert, he's the serial killer.
Yeah. So it's written and directed by Josh Hart. M. Night Shyamalan, and it's Josh Hartnett is the actor. Josh Hartnett. So you've seen him in loads of stuff.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like him.
It's because he's older.
Okay. Yeah, so it's a kind of that Austrian guy with the people in the basement thing.
Aye. God, he was an Oppenheimer, Sloan. Josh Hartnett. Black Hawk Down. He was in the Pearl Harbor. The Facility.
Okay.
Operation Fortune. You've seen that, haven't you?
Is that the same as Operation Dumble Drop?
I think Operation Fortune's the Guy Ritchie one. Guy Ritchie seems to be pumping out the movies and TV shows these days.
Operation? No, I haven't seen that one. I've seen the Guy Ritchie's Covenant.
Oh, maybe I'm getting mixed up then.
Yeah.
Right, okay. No, this looks good, man. Looks great.
It does. Looks really good. Can't wait.
And great Lady Raven's in it as well, so that's great. Saleka. Some original songs from her, which I'm really looking forward to because, I really like her stuff.
What shift they're all
dead. The guy is imagining them. Oh my God.
Okay. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what we're doing for funsies earlier on this week with James? Recasting Jaws. Any of you guys? Any thoughts on that? We had. Who did we have? We had.
Well, I suggested Samara Weaving,
Jude Law,
and Jimon Hounslow. Hounslow.
Aye. I can't remember who I had now. Tom Holland? No, did I have Tom Holland?
No, I suggested Tom Holland, and then you said you didn't like it.
As a Richard Dreyfuss. Richard Dreyfuss.
As Richard Dreyfuss, yeah.
Character. Because he's kind of young and a bit naive.
Exactly, yeah, but kind of cocky and all that kind of stuff.
What else did we have? Margot Robbie you had as the Richard Dreyfuss character.
Oh, that's right. So you didn't like those two, and then when I suggested Anna de Armas, you said, "Oh yeah, okay, no, I can see that."
Russell Crowe for Quint was quite a good one, I think.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah,
Jude Law for Brody. Yeah. Anyway, Paul Rudd, you said as well.
Gudrun Muir and Harold Bishop.
And Supergran.
She's still alive, isn't she? Gudrun
Muir. Yeah.
We discussed this a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. I'm in in that one. Can't wait.
Gudrun Muir.
Watching Harold Bishop get eaten by a shark. I'm assuming he'd be the Quint character.
Aye.
Yeah.
Shall we share what we watched this week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Both are destructible.
Well, Harold Bishop certainly was. He was in the show for God knows how many years.
Still going strong.
In fact, they had to cancel it to get rid of him.
Yeah. That's probably why they did, because it's back, isn't it?
Yeah,
they've just not told them.
Yeah.
Good old Harold.
Harold. You dirty old man. Wrong show.
Right, back to normal. We watched Anatomy of a Fall, which is a 2.5 hour Swiss French English speaking thing. Oh man, it was up for Oscars and things like that, and it's pretty good.
Was this on Apple TV?
It is on
I think
Prime.
it's something else.
I think it's on
Prime.
Prime.
Right, okay, no, I think it's something else then.
And it's put it this way, we're watching it in 3 parts. It's good, but it's like it's
a bit slow going.
It's dragging out a bit, I would say.
Yeah.
Fat Friends we've started watching about the unfortunately James Corden's in it.
See you later, Andy.
Cheers. See you, man. Thanks. That was good. I enjoyed that. Enjoyed those comments.
Good.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Fat Friends, James Corden's in it. But there's a load of good people in it as well. I actually feel sorry for James Corden. In it. He's like a 15-year-old school kid that is getting really bullied for his size and stuff. And there's some it's a really good show, actually. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah. And I didn't think I would, because everyone's like, oh, do you want to watch this Fat Friends? It's like from 2005 or something, and and I'm like, okay. But yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay.
Our movie of the week was Monty Python and the Holy Grail on Friday night. That's what Danny wanted to watch. We had a choice of Argyle and that, and we watched that on Friday night instead of Argyle.
Right.
And I really enjoyed it, actually. It was so good, man. Just, I knew it was coming, obviously, but they didn't, And Danny watched it the same way that we watched it the first time. Really, really enjoyed the movie, but didn't quite get the humour. So it was good. He's like, oh, if there's a sequel to that, I'd watch it, type thing. But he never laughed once during the film.
But you're not watching it.
Well, I said there is. Well, he's watched Life of Brian.
Oh, has he?
I've seen it.
I'll say something.
He's seen it. It's not that bad, actually.
We watched it a couple of years ago, Life of Brian, and the thing that I didn't remember about Life of Brian is it's a really short movie. It's not a long movie.
So Holy Grail. But then movies were back then, weren't they? They were proper size.
That's true, yeah.
Like movies, which we complain about constantly in this podcast. But
yeah, could have used that.
Really enjoyable. So Saturday, Danny didn't want to watch Argyle, so Saturday me and Evelyn watched it instead. It was okay. I didn't love it. I thought it was very convoluted, the plot and things, double-crossy things, and
right. It's easy because I'm only 28 minutes into it.
Oh, sorry, I thought you'd watched it. Sorry.
No, I'm only 28 minutes into it.
Some great ideas in it and stuff, but it just flips and flops a bit too much for me. And I'll just say one spoiler though. The cat. I'll not say it anyway. The cat is a pointless addition. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Aye.
Alfie.
I couldn't quite see the point apart from getting people in the trailer. The cat. Anyway. TV show wise, we've been watching.
Have you finished Fallout?
But episode 6, so I've not finished it.
Oh,
I'm nearly there with it. I'll have that finished this week.
Do you want? Will I talk about my Fallout review?
In a minute, aye. Mr. Keen.
Okay. Can I talk about it now?
Can I talk about it now? Now can I talk about it? I watched that. What did Jennifer do, or whatever it's called? It was
as well. Yeah.
Oh man, that was rubbish. I guessed that within the first 20 minutes or something. I thought it was.
I don't think you should call it "What Did Jennifer Do." That's the clue right there. I think it should have been called "The Markham Murders" or something. It shouldn't have been called "What Did Jennifer Do."
Yeah, because it gives it away completely.
Because at that point, it's like you might as well put Jennifer got her parents murdered.
Well,
sorry, spoilers.
You're right. Actually, I didn't. It wasn't me that spoiled it at all. It was them. You're right. Spoiled it with the title.
Yeah.
Not that there was a twist or anything, but
not
there should
really.
be a little bit of an element of mystery to it. I think with these things, but I've seen a lot of good things in Netflix crime wise, but that was not one of them for me.
Also, the question I was watching it and I'm thinking to myself, like, I know she's guilty and everything, and she deserves the punishment she got and all that kind of stuff. Although it's been appealed and sort of like commuted and all that kind of stuff. Some of some of the crimes, but why is she talking to the police without a lawyer?
I don't know.
I see this all the time on these crime dramas where it's just them and they're talking to the cop and the cop goes like, I know you did it. I can tell you did it. We've got evidence up the wazoo, and they lie because they're cops and they can lie.
Well, they can do that in Canada. Evidence. I didn't realise that.
You can do it in Canada, yeah.
You can.
But why are they talking to? Why are they talking to a cop without a lawyer?
Oh, no idea. I
don't get it.
And the other major one that we watched was we finished Baby Reindeer, which I think everybody's been talking about.
Can I talk about that?
We can talk about that, yes. Right. And go.
Right, thanks very much everyone for watching this. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye. It's Sam wants to watch it with me, and I'm like, I don't want to watch it with you.
Have you not watched it?
I've watched it.
Oh, you have watched it?
She's
I wouldn't want to watch
it. She goes, I want to watch it with you. And I went, I don't want to watch it with you.
Oh, neither did that.
I said, Sam, I felt uncomfortable watching it myself. I can't imagine sitting beside someone else and watching it, let alone my daughter.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't watch this with anyone. Yeah, I said, if you want to watch it, you go watch it. You're old enough to watch it. You can go watch it. But I'm not watching it again.
I mean, everybody's talking about it. It's very well done. It's really well written, really well acted.
I genuinely think this guy's going to win a few BAFTAs next year.
I think so. I definitely.
I think Martha she's gonna
100%
actress.
100%.
What a fantastic performance that actor put into that role, and he deserves to win it for that. Just the fact that he had to relive all of these things.
I know. I do know though that a lot of it is artistically changed. It wasn't like a viral thing on YouTube. It was because he wrote a play about it and had it on stage.
He did it at the Edinburgh Festival. Yeah,
that was why it kind of all blew up.
Because the show Baby Reindeer is based on that show.
Because all the names are different and everything. It's not her name isn't called Martha and stuff. So, but yeah, what a show! I've watched it twice actually. Not through.
Have you?
Not by myself. I watched it. Me and Evelyn watched like 2 episodes, and then I was like, I'm gonna see what happens next, and then I ended up watching the whole lot. So I was like, Evelyn's like, oh, we watched that Baby Reindeer now, and I'm like, well, I've just watched it. I've ate it all.
Did you want a bit of the cake?
Exactly. So I ended up watching it again with her, but it was so powerful, so good.
Yeah, really good.
I mean, he made some crazy decisions, and he get caught up in some crazy stuff. But I think he was very vulnerable and stuff, back then.
He was very vulnerable. I think as well. Like you trust people, and there's that aspect to it as well. The other thing as well is he said that he felt sorry for her. Like that's the first feeling he felt for her was he felt sorry for her, and I think that carries a lot of weight with some people. Is like you feel sorry for people, and then you kind of get sucked into their world.
That's how I ended up doing this podcast.
All right, stop with these. I don't have a bell thing.
Oh, sorry. You should have brought your bell with you.
It's the 4th time. I know. I should have. I know.
Well, get a virtual bell. You can download an app.
Hold that thought.
Oh God. Where have you gone? Come back. I hope he's not way long. It means that I've got to do a lot of talking here.
No.
All right, there he is. Thank God for that.
Just
it's not the doorbell, is it?
No, I just remembered.
There you go. It's not as good as your other one.
It's not as good as my other one, but it is the Hollywood Terror Tower Hotel. You can see that. There you go.
Oh yeah, so it is. There you
go.
Now Gillian and Gordon are going to really love you. It's not as loud as your other one, though.
No, it's not. It's actually quite diluted.
Aye. But yeah, Baby Reindeer, best thing this week I've watched.
Yeah, definitely. My turn.
Aye, all right then.
Okay then. Pardon me. I also watched what Jennifer did. I also watched what Baby Reindeer did, and I also watched what Fallout did. You want my review of Fallout without any spoilers?
Go for it.
It's better than The Last of Us.
Ooh.
There you go.
Ooh.
There you go. It's my favorite game adaptation so far. I think it's very true to the spirit of Fallout. Fallout has always been very kind of tongue-in-cheek type game.
Yeah.
And I think they've done a great job bringing it onto the screen. Of course, this is the husband and wife combo of Lisa Joy and Jonathan Nolan, who brought us Westworld and who are apparently still bringing us Westworld.
Oh, it's still coming
at some point. I think they knocked it out of the park with this. I think they got. David said, they've got a couple of things that are slightly different and not quite as good as the game. It's like, okay, but I mean, it's the confines of television and trying to, tell a narrative story. You can't really delve into the background of certain things. But I thought everybody's fantastic in it. I love Walton Goggins as the gunslinger character, as Ed Harris's character from Westworld, the Ghoul. Yeah.
Pretty much isn't he? Really?
Yeah. I think. I say Purcell. I can't remember her name. Sorry. She plays Lucy McLean. She's fantastic as well. Brother's really good as well. Like the whole cast is.
You mean
great.
Goosey?
Goosey.
Yes.
Come on, Goosey.
No, it says Goosey here.
That was like one eye. That was good.
Oh man,
that was good. That was so good, that bit as well.
Episode,
and the ending, it ended really well. It ended the way that good story should end, which is
landing.
They stick to landing, yeah. And then the other thing I watched this week, so you don't have to.
Yes.
Is Rebel Moon. Oh, hold on a minute. I'm getting a note here. Yes.
I will. Always good notes. All right, we're in for a long ride, guys.
Sam slid this under the door. I don't know if you can see. You can't see that. There you go.
Hunted. All right.
Hunted.
Okay.
Yes.
It's a new series, I think, starting.
No, it's almost finished. It's the last episode tonight.
All right. Okay. You better make this quick.
Anyway, okay. So Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scargiver. The most pointless piece of movie I've ever seen in my entire life. They could have cut out half of the previous movie and tacked this thing on at the end. Have you watched it at all? I'm sorry. Are you okay there? Are you tidying up? You getting ready to leave? What's happening?
Sorry, it's my piss bottles here. I've just been pissing. I'm joking. No, I was just filling my glass there. Not with this. What? Some water here.
Okay.
Bottoms up, everybody.
Toilet water. Drink it. Go on, drink it. Anyway, I have thoughts. I wrote some notes.
Yeah, I watched. I did watch 10-15 minutes of it.
Here's my notes on it. Right, ready for this? The Belfast baddie, he has to go. It's a terrible idea. It's the equivalent of having David Prowse's West Country accent. You're a part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take her away, that kind of thing. It's the exact same thing to have the Regent guy having a Belfast accent. It just takes you out of it. He needs to have a posh English accent. I'm sorry, that's how baddies are. Posh English accent. You can't have a Belfast accent. a Belfast accent. A Belfast accent is the sort of lovable rogue that actually double crosses you and is a bit of a scoundrel. That type of, like the same as a Scottish accent. That's the same thing as well in these kind of movies. So it just takes you out of it. The dialogue is so bad in this. It was bad in the first one. It's so bad in this one. It's no one talks like that. I love you. Yes, I love you too. Like, I swear to God, it's like that. It's just
I watched a review of it, and I don't think I need to watch the movie now because it was just the way it was talking about it, and I was like, oh man, I'm out big time in this.
So they spent the entire movie. Can I do a wee bit of a spoiler?
Okay. Well, spoilers, everybody. So
it's a bit of a spoiler. Yeah, I suppose I should. It's okay for me to spoil it for you because it's not. It's honestly, it's a terrible movie. Let me put it this way: they spent all of the first movie gathering the 7 samurai. I mean the 7 galactic warriors, or whatever they're called. And let's just say it wasn't worth it.
Right. Okay. Well, also, by the way,
also there's bits in it as well where there's like silence and they go like this to the camera, like that, and it's the worst. It's like, that's brilliant, guys. It's almost as good as, and that would lead them home, like almost as good as that.
But I've heard that it's if there's a group of you and you're watching it and making comments on it, it's probably one of the best films you'll ever see because it is hilariously. Aye, because it is hilariously bad. Does it not go through each person's backstory and they'll tell a story about what's happened to them as well? Yes. And
they get progressively shorter because it's like, we don't need to go through everything. And then it gets to the Scar Givers and she goes like, I was a soldier.
It's like, do you know what it's like? I've not seen it, right, but imagine, do you remember the Little Britain sketch? And it's like Barbara Cartland dictating a book and going, and then it's like padding stuff out.
Have you ever read the Bible? He asked her. Yes. No, I have not. Okay, well, just put this in. Call me when you're ready.
It's like, oh, that's only 2 pages, Barbara. Oh wait, okay then. And padding it out like hell. Well, that seems to me what this second part is. And do you know that I think he's signed up for 3 movies. That's the joke. By the way, also I heard it was meant to be 3 movies, and then they're going to do another 3 after that. That's what I've heard.
So you know that so 6 movies in total then.
Yeah.
So and all the R-rated ones. Also, I'm pretty sure when they shoot,
going to watch them now, by the way,
when they shoot people, hot magma comes out of them, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be replaced by blood in the R-rated version. But anyway, that's beside the point. The FX guys must be going, "Oh, great, we got the bloody movie again." Now they basically got to do double duty to do the same movie. It's just disasters. There's a character in the movie, and I'm like, who the hell's that? She's so forgettable. I'm like, who the hell's that? And it turns out that she's one of the Magnificent Seven. I was like, oh, okay. Who is she again? Honestly, I couldn't remember. I don't know who she is.
Yeah, I mean, I did watch. I watched a review of it, and they pretty much they didn't spoil it, but it explained a lot of stuff that was going on in it. And I just thought to myself, there's no reason for me to watch this at all. I don't want to waste my time in watching it.
You know, in the first movie where something happens to the platform and it ends up at like a 45-degree angle, and they all slide down it. Happens again in this movie.
Oh, really?
I was like,
I think. Do you know what I think you were? I hate to say it, but I think you were right about Zack Snyder needing to get reined in, and he can't write dialogue. He can't write stuff. He needs to get somebody else to do his write stuff. I'm going to watch it in the fact that it's crap, and I'm going to have a good laugh about it. You know, I might actually watch a bit of it tonight, but
it's honestly terrible. And it was the other one I had. Admirable Noble. I've got down here. Admiral Noble. The most pointless type baddie I've ever seen. Aye, since Hux. And look what happened to him. I'm the spy.
No.
And then gets immediately shot.
Yeah.
The bit as well where there's a lot of slowdown in it as well. Because you obviously got to pad it out to 2.5 hours. But it's egregious. There's a bit in it where Nemesis, the one with the sword, the one with the possessed gloves, she's it gets all explained in her backstory about she cut her arms off and replaced the gloves, and they're possessed with fortitude and 1,000 generations of our people or something, whatever it is. Anyway, this big thing about that's all in slow motion. All the flashbacks are all in slow motion, so they all take like 5 hours. There's a bit in it where she's taking a rest from doing the daily chores in the wheat field, and she kind of looks up, but it's in slow motion.
I've heard that there's slow motion sort of gathering in the wheat in
gathering in the wheat in slow motion, like and it's like day one. Gathering in the wheat, they go to bed and they do this kind of like, and here is for you, this a token of our bestowing ofness, and all this kind of stuff. And it's all right, okay. So I guess the next one will be like when the ship arrives, day 2, gathering in the wheat. I'm like, what?
Is it not 50 minutes of them gathering in wheat?
Yes, yeah. I started flash forwarding it, and then Jimmy appears and she goes like, he goes like, you're not gonna win, you know. And Jimmy the robot turns up and she calls, oh, James, I think you're wrong. And he goes, I haven't heard that name in a long time. And then he disappears again. And then he comes back later on in the movie. And then, and then at the end, it's the whole, you can have my axe type thing. It's shockingly bad. It's laughably bad, in fact. That's my review. In fact, I actually had I had a clip. Where is it? Yeah, this one here. Let me just play this one for you. Sorry. Just gonna share this. It's worth it. This is exactly what I thought of when I saw this movie. This is what somebody should say to Zack Snyder.
Can't hear it.
You don't hear it? Oh,
no.
Sorry. Well, that was worth it. That was a fail there. This is
technology fail.
I know. Techno fail. Oh, share a tab. Oh. Microsoft Edge tab. Oh, the ultimate insult. Okay. Share. Okay. Right, ready?
Idiotic.
Here we go.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Do you know, this is probably quite wrong to say, but I was watching Angry Joe show, and they were reviewing it, and he said, one of them said, if you like this movie, you should legitimately be able to park in a disabled spot in a car park.
Anyway,
like that is harsh.
that I just played, that's my review of Taylor Moon Part 2, whatever it's called, Rebel Moon Part 2.
Rebel Moon.
And honestly, there's a bit in it where the oh, by the way, okay, one more thing, right? So the Death Star, the gauntlet, the dreadnought thing, whatever it is, right? there's a bit in it where they say target the village, which is, I could do. We should do a whole video on how dumb I think this movie is.
Or something.
I'm not doing a watch along for this. 2.5 hours, no thanks.
All right.
So there's a bit in it where they target the weapons, right? Now the weapons bearing in mind, this is a spaceship that goes into the atmosphere of a planet, and so it's targeting things on the ground. So where do they put the gun? The top of the ship. So they see this. So it's got a little shelf that it sits on, so it pivots out, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't pivot out far enough. So there's a bit in it where you see this guy, and he's got you know those wheels you get on lathes as you're moving the thing into. He's doing this thing like that, right? And it cuts back to the outside, and it's going like this. And it cuts back to the inside, it's going like this.
Oh my God.
And it cuts back to the outside, and he's going like this.
It
cuts back to the inside, he's going like that. I know. And then it stops, and then he goes and does that, right? And the gun pivots down, and it keeps pivoting down, clipping, I'm assuming, the spaceship, because it goes to like a 45-degree angle to target the village. I'm like, first of all, who designed this? And second of all, who said to Zach, this is a great idea? The gun thing going down.
This is intense.
Just the worst. Anyway, I leave you with that thought. Don't go and see Rebel Moon Part 2. It is garbage.
Well, you don't need to go and see it. It's on Netflix.
No, exactly. Well, exactly. Yeah. Don't aim your cannons at Netflix for it. Anyway, I think I've said enough. You got anything else you want to add tonight to the show?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Like we're all tired now.
If you want timely reminders of when we put something up, don't forget the old subscribe button and notification bell, and YouTube will work its algorithms. And as always, if you wouldn't mind, sorry.
Oh, have you seen the trailer for that matter? Yes, I have. I have seen it. Does look interesting. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We should have watched that. Actually, I'll put the trailer on next week.
We'll do that next week.
If you want to hit the like button and share on social media, it really does help the channel out, and we do appreciate that. We appreciate everyone who took the time to chat along with us tonight and to watch live. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And for those of you watching at home, whenever you get the time, thank you also. And we will see you in the next one, which will be next Sunday.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks, everyone. Bye. Bye.